Hi, my name is Emily, and welcome to my presentation on high-quality connections. Slide 1, planning. So, the goal was to use high-quality connections to instill positive learning and productivity for my son. So I really just wanted to get him motivated and excited to do his homework and certain projects and for him to feel confident in his learning abilities. And why? Because my son is the only other immediate person in my life besides our 1-year-old who cannot communicate very well and my husband who's usually offshore and hard to work around a schedule. The action steps I took was initiate conversation and positive reinforcement about homework assignments and implement a motivational reward system. So I found that he was starting to become more interested whenever I thought about the motivational reward system, such as a star chart. After so many stars, he's able to pick his favorite candy from the candy bowl. So little things like that can make a huge difference. Measures of success would be that he shows signs of excitement towards learning, and positively engage and express himself through activities, and builds confidence and self-worth, which is a huge one for me because I just really want him to be more confident at home and in the classroom. Executions. The approach I took was using high-quality connections. I communicated my goals and expectations, and asked questions and addressed personal obstacles that would benefit from this mini experiment. What happened according to each measure of success is that we found common ground on the benefits after communicating. For example, we came up with that he'd be able to level up in his video games faster by being able to read the directions versus having to, ask for help or come to me or his dad or somebody to read to him. This way he'd be able to do more on his own and be more independent. He'd also be able to use his phone for more than just games, which is a big one for me because it's more about his safety for that. I'd like to be able to stay in touch with him and be able to text him, and it just come in handy. Right now he just FaceTimes me, which is also nice, but it only works whenever he has Wi-Fi. So if he was able to text, I would definitely get service on his phone so that we can better communicate and stay in touch so I always know where he is. Also, he'd be able to read signs and be aware of his surroundings. That's also a safety thing for me is, just him being able to know, what's going on and be able to read certain things around him is also very beneficial. Also, we found exciting learning platforms online for him to participate in, fun learning games. There's one called Prodigy that he really likes. So that also that motivates him to start learning as well. What I observed is that he is more willing to learn and absorb information when my attention is focused on him. It makes him feel good about himself and more confident when expressing his reading skills. So like the listening skills video, I really liked that one because listening is such a powerful tool and sometimes we don't really realize that. Surprises and insights was that overall I wasn't too surprised. I figured with positive reinforcement and incentives that he would be motivated to dedicate time to study. I also anticipated him to grow more confident at home and in the classroom when it comes to reading, and he has already shown signs of that, and he also likes to pick out some of his favorite books, things that really interest him is also something that helps him engage. So I also give him that kind of freedom where he can, choose what book we read, and, he can choose if we want to read like maybe even a comic book or something exciting that really gets him motivated. So the reflection. So upon reflection, I discovered fun and effective ways to be more disciplined as a parent and became more aware of my personal responsibility for helping my son reach certain milestones at home. So sometimes we forget as parents that, we're not their teachers as well, but it is our responsibility to kind of help them reach certain milestones at home as well so that they are successful in the classroom. And we want them to feel confident, especially if they have to, read out loud in front of people. We don't want them to feel embarrassed, or shy. We want them to feel confident and happy with their skills. So, I do make it kind of my responsibility at home to to fit him in on my busy schedule, to try and dedicate some time for him as well. That high quality connection that really is important. And also using the high quality connections technique for one-on-one learning assignments helped me reach my son on a personal level and giving him my full attention. He was able to complete the tasks. We were able to utilize our creative ideas like the online games, board games, or art to promote positive learning. Overall, I enjoyed the quality time I spent with my 7-year-old and watching him engage in fun learning activities, as well as became more confident in his abilities, and I like to watch that. I noticed that he went from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, which was neat to identify now that I know about it. I see myself using HQC in the future for any situation in my personal and professional life. I also love that I was able to gain knowledge and perspective from this experience. All right, thank you.